Ever wondered how to make a perfect cake at home? It's simpler than it may seem. With just a handful of ingredients and a bit of patience, anyone can create a delicious homemade cake. To start, ingredients are key. Gather the essentials: 2 cups of sugar, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa, 1½ teaspoons each of baking powder and baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, a cup of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and a cup of boiling water. The first step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is heating, grease and flour your baking pans. This will ensure that your cake does not stick to the pan once it's baked. Next, in a large mixing bowl, combine the sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Stir these dry ingredients until they're well mixed. In a separate bowl, beat the eggs until they're fluffy and light. Then add the milk, oil, and vanilla extract to the eggs, mixing until smooth. Now slowly add the wet mixture into the dry ingredients, stirring continuously to prevent any lumps. Once the batter is smooth, slowly stir in the boiling water. The batter may seem thin, but that's perfectly okay. It's this thin batter that will give the cake its light, fluffy texture. Pour the batter evenly into the prepared pans and then place them in the preheated oven. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. After baking, remove the cakes from the oven and let them cool in the pans for about 10 minutes. Then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. While the cake cools, prepare the frosting of your choice. It could be a classic buttercream, a rich chocolate ganache, or even a tangy cream cheese frosting. Once the cake has cooled, spread the frosting evenly over the top and sides, and there you have it, a homemade cake perfect for any occasion. To summarize, making a cake at home involves gathering your ingredients, preparing your pans, mixing your ingredients, baking the cake, letting it cool, and finally frosting it. It's a process that requires a bit of patience, but the result is a delicious homemade cake that's sure to impress. Remember, baking is an art. Each step, from mixing the ingredients to applying the frosting, is an opportunity to add your own personal touch. So don't be afraid to get creative and make the cake truly your own. With these steps, you are now equipped to tackle the delightful task of cake making. Enjoy the process and the sweet reward at the end. Happy baking!